Hello everybody, Tony Bet here. Welcome to my first YouTube video where I'll be talking about some riskier betting tips. First, let's take a look at the current standings where Nottingham Forest is surprisingly third, Liverpool still comfortably on top, Newcastle also on a nice 5 winning streak with Isak in form and their defense finally holding up. The first fixture I'll be talking about is Brentford against Man City. Brentford currently 11th with 27 points. City 6th with 34 points. Brentford created a strong home reputation with 7 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses, only losing from Arsenal and Nottingham at home, while City has been struggling a bit on away games compared to previous seasons. Brentford scored a whopping 27 goals at home, but also conceding 19, so there might be a chance we'll see another big scoring game here. Star player Mbomo getting back in form in his last 2 game weeks where before he seemed to be struggling a bit. Coming from a big win in game week 20, they will be motivated against wavering Man City to keep their good home record this season. Man City coming from a horrible streak with now 2 wins in a row against Leicester and West Ham, which are not the biggest lights in the Premier League at the moment. Haaland finally back on the score sheet with 3 goals in last 2 game weeks. Haaland on his own is not a playmaker, but with Savio in form, assisting and KDB returning, there might be more opportunities for him. Still, with Rodri and Ruben Dias out, they seem to be struggling defending. So my picks for this game are Brentford to win at odds 5.2, or when you want it a bit less risky, Brentford to win or draw at 2.35, or total match goals over 3.4, 3.5, odds 2.00. So about my betting strategy, I tend to quickly look at some stats and the odds for a team to win and select a few games I want to bet at. Brentford at home with an odds of 5.20 immediately caught my eye. Of course, City is a big favorite and likely to win, but Brentford's strong at home, scoring a lot of goals, and City wavering last week's, even their last win against Leicester was a close one. If Leicester had scored one of their many chances, City would probably not have won there. As odds suggest, the bookies are giving Brentford a 20% chance to win. I believe the actual chance of Brentford winning is higher, so when I pick Brentford to win at 5.20 and lose, I'll have 4 other chances to pick a similar game like this with an odd of around 5 to eventually still make profit. So when I pick 5 bets with odds over 5 and bet €10 on it, and only one gets through, I'll still make profit. But when I get 2 right, I'll make 50 plus profit. I've tried this strategy over the year 2024 and got a nice profit. I've selected a total of 74 picks in 2024, each bet staking €10 and got €340 profit. So I selected around 1.5 game each week. I've been sports betting since I'm 15 years old, first illegally till I got 18, but now with 14 years of experience, there are some things I've learned. Don't play every single game. Select some games that caught your eye and that can really pay off. Don't counter bet. Once you've made your bet and the game starts on the wrong foot, don't try to make up for it betting against your own bet. I tend not to bet live at all. Don't bet on cup matches or international games. You don't know if the teams really want to go for it. These games are the hardest to predict and often end surprisingly. Big combi bets don't work. Don't try to win €500 at once with just €10. And last but not least, kill your darlings. If you bet against your favorite team and they lose, you at least still make some money out of it. A little note here, don't do this every game, only on games that matter. So after all this chit chat, I'd like to talk about the next fixture, Chelsea-Bournemouth. Chelsea on 4th place with 36 points, Bournemouth 7th with 33 points. Chelsea not having the best home reputation this season, not quite having trouble scoring at home, but not as much as they are scoring in away games. Bournemouth, on the other hand, have a mediocre away record so far, also scoring 17 away goals, but also conceding 16 in away games. Chelsea started the season well, but with 2 losses and 2 draws in their last 4 game weeks, they've dropped down to 4th place. Palmer and his Chelsea seem to have lost their scoring ability a bit. Jackson blanking a couple of game weeks and Chelsea only scoring 2 goals in the last 4 game weeks. Palmer having 2.77 expected goal involvement in the last 5 game weeks might be concerning that Chelsea's scoring ability is greatly depending on Palmer. Sooner or later Palmer will get these big holes again, the only question is when. Bournemouth currently 8 game weeks unbeaten in the Premier League. Although these were not the toughest opponents, they will be motivated to keep their streak. This season their game seems to be tight, winning or losing by 1 goal. Last head-to-head match, 14 September 2024, the game ended in a 0-1 win for Chelsea. A late winner from Sub and Kunku, but with Bournemouth the better team in that game and missing a penalty, they'll be seeking for some revenge this game. Small thing to mention is that Evan Nilsson, the striker, is expected to be out for a month. So my picks for this game, kind of the same as with Brentford, expected an away team to win now, Bournemouth to win at odd 5.00. With Chelsea struggling to get back in good form, having trouble scoring, I might see a 0-1 or 1-2 win from Bournemouth here. These will be my 2 bets for this game week. They are risky and may both fail, but I believe in my strategy I've tried out in 2024. For those who want some less risky picks, you can pick 1x with Brentford or x2 with Bournemouth, with still odds above 2. For those who just need adrenaline from betting every game and getting all those notifications from your phone when a goal gets scored, I advise to play some fun bets, as I call it. You pick a less risky bet from every single game you want to bet at and combine them into one or more combi bets. You then stake a small amount and still get excitement from every game. I've created a fun bet for game week 21. To finish off, I'll be showing my fantasy Premier League team as well. Currently with 1,289 points on rank 213,000. I had hoped for a bit better, but with three free transfers for game week 21, I'm thinking about selling Enzo, Evan Nilsson and Porro to bring Bruno Fernandes, Lewis Hall and a 4.6 forward to bench every week. Other transfer tips are welcome in the comments. Thank you all for watching and let's beat the bookies.